Good day everyone, I'm JP Kudon and I will introduce you my groupmate Arvin Panelas, Nico Flores, Jan Lloyd Escalera, and Ronel Erhina. We are the group from the Automotive Technology program and today we will discuss the real-world application of mathematics in the automotive industry, especially about measurement and ratio. Mathematics is very important in our field because accurate measurement and correct ratio help maintain the performance, safety, and reliability of vehicles. Even a small error in measurement can affect engine operation and may lead to mechanical problem. In this presentation, we will explain how measurement is applied in checking crankshaft bearing clearance and why precision is important in automotive work.
The first mathematical concept I can think of its measurement in automotive industry. Measurements must always be precise in order to maintain stable automobile operation, because once the measurement is off by a few millimeters, it might cause issue like increased temperature, friction from metal to metal contact, and reduced oil or fluid pressure, which results in mechanical failure. One example of this is the crankshaft bearing clearance, which is key part is in an automobile oil temperature and oil pressure. If the clearance are too tight, the main bearing may not get enough lubrication due to insufficient oil thickness. This will lead to friction from metal to metal contact and eventually lead to engine failure. On the other hand, if the clearance are too loose, the oil pump will have a difficult time maintaining this desired oil pressure. This will result in too much oil coming out from the sides of the bearing, which will increase the crankcase windage and reduce power. To find crankshaft bearing clearance, we need to measure the inside diameters of the main bearing and rod bearing and subtract it to outside diameters of crankshaft journal. Let's say the factory specification calls for a clearance of 0.038 mm to 0.051 mm. After measuring, we find that the crankshaft journal outside diameter is 50 millimeters and the main and rod bearing is 50.045 millimeters. Now we just need to subtract the inside diameters to the outside diameter. So 50.045 millimeters minus 50 millimeters equals 0.045 millimeters. So in conclusion, since 0.045 millimeters is safely between 0.038 millimeters and 0.051 millimeters, then we can use this to replace the previous main in rod bearings. So let's solve this. The given is factory specified clearance range of 0.038 millimeters to 0.51 millimeters, and the crankshaft journal outside diameters is 50 millimeters. Main and rod bearing inside diameters is 50.045 millimeters, and the formula is bearing clearance is equal to inside diameter of bearing minus outside diameter of crankshaft journal. To find the allowed range is 50.045 millimeters minus 50 millimeters. Okay. And the answer is 45.45 0.45 millimeters. And the conclusion is 0.45 millimeters is within the allowed range. Allowed range.
The second mathematical concept is ratio. Ratio is also an important aspect of the automotive industry as it also affects vehicle performance. Providing an incorrect ratio may increase the release of harmful emissions, slower vehicle movement due to less mechanical advantage, and poor heat dissipation from the radiator. An example of this is the compression ratio. This is the ratio between the volume of the cylinder when the piston is at the very top of its stroke compared to the volume when it's at the very top of its stroke. Meaning, siya yung measurement kung gaano kataas at gaano kababa yung kaya puntahan ni piston sa loob ng combustion chamber. If the ratio is too low, the air and fuel mixture doesn't get compressed enough, which leads to weak thermal efficiency, sluggish performance, and increased carbon monoxide emissions from unburned fuel. However, if the compression ratio is too high, the mixture can ignite prematurely due to extreme heat and pressure created from compressing air and fuel. This will create engine knocks that can destroy the piston and valves in some cases. Now, how do we get the compression ratio or how do we calculate it? To calculate the compression ratio, we just need to add the sweep volume to the clearance volume. After getting the sum, we just need to divide it by the clearance volume. So for some context, the sweep volume is the volume the piston moves through when it's going up and down. And the clearance volume is the tiny space left at the top of the cylinder where combustion happens. So given, let's assume that the sweep volume is 500 cubic centimeters and the clearance volume is 55.5 cubic centimeters. So we're required to calculate for the compression ratio. So the solution, we need to add the sweep volume to the clearance volume, which is 500 cubic centimeters plus 55.5 cubic centimeters, which will give us 555.5 cubic centimeters. We then need to divide this value by the clearance volume, which is 55.5 cubic centimeters. So 555.5 cubic centimeters divided by 55.5 cubic centimeters is equals to 10.1. So therefore, since compression ratios are always compared to a base of 1, you can write this final result in ratio format as 10.1 is to 1. This means that the air and fuel mixture is compressed to a space 10 times smaller than its original volume before spark ignition. Okay.
So hello ma'am, I am John Lady Escalera and I will be discussing how business math is related in automotive. So one of the example is for budgeting. So budgeting helps an automotive shop on how they plan their money and use in every month. So it includes the expenses like rent, salaries, utilities, supplies, and maintenance. So in this example, the total budget is 43,000, and by using this budgeting, the shop can control expenses or avoid overspending and make sure that the business operates smoothly. So next is for pricing. So in pricing, it is used to determine how much the shop should charge their customers for their services or parts. So in this example, the total cost of parts, labor, and other expenses is 3,500 pesos. Also, the shop adds 20% profit. So when we get this, it converts into a decimal and then multiply to the total cost, which is in 3,500 pesos. So the total is 700 pesos. And then when we add the profit to the total cost, the selling price will become 4,200 pesos. So in pricing, it helps the business earn money while keeping the price fair for their customers.
Good day everyone, I'm Ronald Arena. From our discussion, we learned that mathematics is the core foundation of automotive technology, and operations concept like pressure, P is equals to F over A, or force, F is equals to ma, weight is W is equal to mg, and ratio calculations are not just theoretical ideas that are practical tools that explain how systems like our hydraulic car lift functions, and how vehicles, machinery, and components are designed and operated. We also see how principles such as Pascal's principles, force such as multiplication, and energy balance turn basic physics ideas into a working functional systems used in real-world automotive applications. In automotive field, mathematics greatly improves work efficiency and smart decision making. It allows us to accurately calculate load capacities, design parts with exact dimensions, and determine the right force and pressures needed for safe and effective operations. By using mathematical calculations, we can avoid errors, reduce material waste, and save during planning, building, and maintenance. It also helps technicians and engineers quickly diagnose problems, choose the right solutions, and make informed choices that improve safety, lower costs, and ensure that automotive systems work reliably, perform at their best. Ultimately, mathematics transforms into a practical, efficient, and high quality solutions that drive progress in the automotive industry.